History has it that some decades ago, so many people had the opportunity to invest in places like Lekki Phase 1, VI, even some part of Kwe. But they didn't take the opportunity. Why? Because some of them felt it was too far. Some even said it's swampy. Other people said it's a bush. Who's going to live there? When is development going to come here? Etc. Etc. Today, in 2022, I have seen so many people repeating the same statement about this location. Some of people said that it's going to take 3 decades, 2 decades before anything happens there. Some people say it's too far. Oh my God! Isn't that funny? Okay, maybe it's not funny to you, but it is funny to me. I mean, I keep wondering why. Anyway, let's go see why. Hi guys, welcome to another episode on TeaTalk with Goodness Usman. And on today's episode, I'm super excited to be here with you guys once again. And thank you for the opportunity you guys keep giving me every time I come to you. How do I mean? I mean, each time I upload these videos, you guys watch it and you call me, you give me your feedbacks, you give me thumbs up, you give me so much feedbacks that it energizes me to do more. So thank you once again. But if this is your very first time of coming across this mini show that we run here, well, welcome. And if you're just a new subscriber, hey, welcome to the family. So this is how we do it on this particular show. As I have my usual cup of tea, green tea, I usually request that wherever you're watching me, you should also get a glass of water, a cup of tea, a glass of wine, a glass of drink, whatever suits you, so that we can enjoy this conversation together. Because today's conversation is going to be very interesting and highly informative. So hey, how about you sit back, relax, and enjoy this conversation with me. Before I go ahead, let me just sip my tea. So yeah. There's nothing like green tea, I tell you. Apologies to those who are not lovers of tea. Sorry, but cheers to those who are lovers of tea like me. I literally cannot go a day without taking tea. Sometimes I take it twice. Don't tell anybody that I told you. Anyway, and please don't call me an addict. Anyway, so let's go into today's full conversation. Yes, speaking about how a lot of people missed out on the opportunity to invest in places like Lekki, VI, you might think it's a myth. It's not. You've heard it from so many people saying it. It is not. It is reality. I have met on first-hand basis people who actually missed out in investing in Lekki, VI especially. In fact, downward, if you're living from VI, for those of you who know VI, VI is of course when you're coming into from Ikoyi. After Ikoyi, CMS is where we have VI, right? Now, if you come in from the Bonny camp as is, you're going to come in and then come into the Ozumba Mbadiwe. Now, before the Ozumba Mbadiwe, of course, we have the law school. I know someone back then, about 2 decades ago, who was going to law school. And he said, when you get to law school, it seems like a dead end. After law school, nothing was literally happening. And then it also did not look like anything good was going to happen in any time soon. So yes, to a large extent, I personally do not blame people who had no foresight, if I'm allowed to use that word, to see that there's a prospect for them to invest in this location. But I give a special kudos to people who actually did. Because I mean, it takes a lot for you to look at somewhere, looking that bushy, no good road, all of the roads were almost nothing, and then they have swampy, massive swampy lands. From the law school downward, history told us that from the law school downward, Morocco is where we have Lucky Phase 1 now. It's complete swamp. When you say, how people will come and ask you, goodness, is that land dry? This is Sherry. No, this seems there's small water. It seems it's a swampy place. And I look at them and like, have you guys seen swamp? Like deep swamp? That was what Lekki 1 was. So I'm not just basing this on people that I heard that told me about it first time. In fact, is my uncle. He went to law school and he said that what they enjoy most after school is he and his friends go down, go to Morocco and buy fish, fresh fish, of course. Up to date, around if you're connecting from CMS to law school, you still have those guys on that bridge who sell fresh fish as well. They're expensive sometimes. Anyway, so now he regrets the fact that he didn't take the opportunity. I mean, he said years later when, of course, Lekki, the road opened up all the way to Ajah, Abramadesoya, he had briefs of properties in Abramadesoya, and they kept giving him lands for free and kept wondering who's this deserted looking place, who's going to live here, because then he was living in Ikeja, and everybody then wants to buy and live in Ikeja. Ikeja was the big boy home and some part of Ikoyi back then. But now, we all know what it is, right? The real situation now. All right, so this extends me now to, this further goes to say, okay, so why have I been saying all of this? Because of where we are now. So many other opportunities are presenting itself for us to invest in the way it did back then. And where is this location I'm talking about? I'm talking about the Ibeju-Lekki Epe corridor. I know that a lot of you have heard about this, and some do not still think it is important that they invest now because they still do not see it as a real potential means of investment. Some people still see it as it is far. I mean, I had statements of who will go to Ekpe, people even, I was having a gist with a client of mine some couple of days, and it was like they were literally begging him to buy Ekpe then 1.5 thereabout. I know people who then they were marketing 1.5, even some 2 million titled lands, and nobody wants to buy it anyway. And then you have the untitled land for maybe 50, as crazy as 50,000 naira, and all of that. Anyway, so the advent of government coming in to tell us about the road rehabilitation, which started around 2020, end of 2020 / early 2021. Early 2021, the road rehabilitation was commissioned, which started from Eleko Junction all the way, which is going to go all the way into Ekpe. Now they commissioned it and they started work non-stop since then. I personally have given you guys several updates on this route. Now, a couple of weeks ago, the Lagos State government themselves announced the update, there was the news where the governor was practically telling us about this project. Now, I've decided to show you guys this video. I know some of you have watched it, but I've decided to bring it for the case of those who have not seen it, to show you that, can you see the difference between what the governor just said and what I've been saying? Let's go watch the video together. So I want to encourage you to watch this video to the very end, because after the video of the governor, I'm going to still come back and tell you some very small, give you some tips as to why you should still invest in this environment. All right, let's go see the video.
I think so. There are other areas which all of people also have talked about. Somebody mentioned and talked about the issue of commuting, for example, from as far as Alaro City, and everywhere is congested in Lagos and all of it. That is true. That's why I said to you, what's the size of Lagos? Such a little, tiny space. But the state government is working tirelessly to ensure that we can do what we call our integrated transportation master plan. And that our integrated transportation master plan is considering the road infrastructure which we're building. I'm excited to mention that we're doing a 6-lane highway from that Alaro City to Eleko Junction. You've seen it, you know that a journey that used to take an hour and a half now is going to take you 15 minutes. It's a 6-lane highway. If you clap for Lagos State, please. It's a really pavement. And that road, once it's completed with the support of the House of Assembly, will be pushing and be going back towards Ajah, so that we can clean up that entire neighborhood. Once we have a massive highway, then people can commute in 15-20 minutes. But the point to note is that a place like Alaro City, the concept is to have a walk, live and play kind of design. So it's not just for residents alone, it's supposed to also have opportunities for businesses, for factories, for a lot of offices, so that the entire ecosystem, you can indeed be a resident, you can be a worker, and you can have your residence and your accommodation also there. And so Alaro City is also backing the ports, it's backing the free ports that we're doing, it's backing the fertilizer and the refinery that's also there. So all of them, they need people. Tens of thousands of jobs will be created once all of those things are completed next year. So we need to begin to think, how to have development in those areas.
Enjoyed watching this video from the governor, our amiable current governor of Lagos State. I hope you paid attention to everything he said in this video. You see, everything he has said, I've said some of it. I've shown you guys update back to back on this road. Now, this is what is going to happen to properties on this road. I remember vividly last year, I mentioned that when we introduced hybrid chestnut into the market, the property facing the Lekki Expressway, which is a government allocation, I told you guys, sometimes when I throw these tips, some people don't catch it, they don't grab it. I told you guys that more and more properties will be coming up in this area. That I even heard from a reliable source that more properties will be springing up in that area that are government allocated land. And lo and behold, before we could say jack, other estates, started coming up. Though, of course, before hybrid chestnuts, there are estates there, but they looked abandoned. They looked like nothing is happening there because of the road. But, of course, when the road construction started, kicked off like that, and we could see a reasonable progress made, of course, government themselves now started selling land out. Okay, so there are several government allocated land now springing up on that road, now facing the Lekki Expressway, which is why I said it last year, one of my videos, that properties, you start seeing property prices will start shooting up because of this road. Now, when that road is now fully done, what will happen to properties on that road? Lo and behold, they're going to be expensive. Why? Because of the infrastructure. A good road network is a major infrastructure, let alone a government road that is linking interstate. One of the reasons why I love that road that is ongoing right now is the links. I mean, it links you into Ekpe, and then Ekpe has fantastic road network, which the ex-governor Ambode had done for Ekpe. That was the best thing he did for Ekpe. He gave the Ekpe a very good road. I'm sorry I've not been able to have time to do the drive-through around Ekpe to show you guys this good road network. I'm sure you probably have seen it from one or two people, but I'm still going to look for time to do it. Ekpe has a very good network, even though it looks like a village right now, which is no longer, is moving away from the village, it's now getting to a town. Now, what am I saying? Connecting Ekpe all the way from Lekki, If you're coming from VI, from Bonicam downward, Law School, Ozuban Badwe, Lekki Phase 1, then you go to the 4th roundabout, then you go to Ikate, you eat Jakonde. Jakonde, you're getting to, what's it called now? From Jakonde, we have Idado, Igboefon. Then from Igboefon, you're linking Chevron. Chevron, you're linking Ikota. Ikota, you're linking VGC. VGC connects you to Aja. Then Aja takes you to Abramadesoya. Abramadesoya then links you into Shongotedo. From the Shongotedo, we get to Abijo. Abijo, we get to Awoyaya. Awoyaya, we get to Ekutu, Oribanwa. You have Bogije. You have Shapati. You have Ekutu. You then have the some small villages, and then you then have the Eloko Junction. And ladies and gentlemen, straight down, it leads you into Ekpe Street. So it's a straight link road all the way from Ikoyi VI straight down to Ekpe. Are you guys understanding what I'm trying to tell you? So it means that whatever is coming that way, all the way from the VI, is getting into Ekpe. Now, when you now get into Ekpe, the inter-road, intertown road is fantastic. Then the Ogun State government now did a wonderful job with that road. I've done a video. Let me show you guys a few clips. You see the video? Can you guys see this road I'm talking about that links to Ijebu? Fantastic. So if you're coming from Osun State, Ogun State, Ondo State, and east, from the east, you will connect Ekpe straight down and then come into Ibejuleki as this, or come into Aja, further down into the Lake Lekki. Can you guys see how these roads connect? When you get to the Eleko Junction, you go straight into the Dangote Refinery, Lekki Free Trade Zone, Seafood, the Lekki Seaport, all the way. And then you go down like a pine. So if you look at all of this infrastructure coming into this assets, trust me, as an investor in this market, you don't need too much. You don't need to be told too much before you see and know that you need to sit your investment. You need to have as many as possible investments. Now, let me give you the properties on that Lekki Ekpe Express as is right now that you need to buy into. That they are right now good, fantastic investment. I don't know if the word fantastic is right, but I mean there are good investments that you will invest in and get high return on your investments. Now, I'm going to talk about the latest one in town that I am in support of. Because trust me, it's not all property on that road or all properties in the market that I talk about. I do not do that. I'm very, very careful, skeptical about which property and then which company I talk about. So yes, let's start with It's No Residence. I just did a video some couple of days ago introducing it to you guys. Why am I using it as a top list? Because it's the latest one in the market right now. And it's on pre-launch sales offer. It's on pre-launch offer. Now, which means you're getting a discount already if you buy now. So between now and 26th of February, you need to buy at the rate now. 11.5 million naira for 300 square meter and 16 million naira for 500 square meter, all inclusive. What does all inclusive mean? You're not paying any money. Once you're done paying this money, they set out for your allocation date and allocate your land to you, and then you sit down there and watch your money work for you while you sleep. Right. So It's No Residence. And then we have the Gracias Morganite. Now, Gracias Morganite is before Eleko Junction, but it's also facing the Lekki Ekpe Expressway, still selling at 12.5 million naira for 500 square meter. They have 350 square meter, they have 400 square meter. The prices, you can call me, I'll tell you the prices. Now, the 12.5 million naira is not all inclusive, I know, but if you had the 5 million naira, so it's 17.5 million naira. Now, if you want to now, because I know a lot of people try to compare, if you want to compare Gracias Morganite now, well, it has been in the market before now. It wasn't at 12 million. When it was introduced, it wasn't 12.5 million naira. Yes. Some people bought that property way cheaper. I'm not going to say it in this video. And then we have on that road Ivory Chestnut, which was introduced into the market some couple of months ago at 8.5 million naira. Now it is selling at 10 million naira. But they're doing a Valentine promo, so it's 9 million naira. again, it's a government allocated land. Grasslands 192 is a government allocated land, but the COO is out. Now, for Ivory Chestnut, it's also a government allocated land, and the COO also just came out just this last week was when the COO got out. Yes, the 9 million naira is not all inclusive, of course. You have other fees to add to it. And then if we're going to talk off the road, we have the lagoon front. Of course, you know lagoon front I'm not even comparing properties right now. But let me just say, on that road right now, 3 properties that I identified for you on that Lekki Ekpe Expressway is this one. It's to know that you have the Ivory Chestnut, and then you have the what's it called, Grasslands Organite. It's to know is number one because it's to know residents number one because of what I stated earlier. Is new in the market, right? But both of all of these videos are facing the road. So what am I saying to you? Either you can afford to buy the Ituno residence, either way, or either one you can afford to buy that is facing the Lekki Ekpe Expressway, or you can afford to own inside Lagoon Front, or you can afford to own inside Ekpe. You know those inside Koro Ekpe, like Prime View now, Richfield Prime View, that is selling for 1.2 million naira in Mojaga, very close to the road, new constructed, Ekpe Link Ijebu-Ode Road. Either that one, or you're buying into Excel Garden that is by Christopher University for 1.2 million naira, all freehold, no title. Either one that you're buying within Ekpe, it is a good one. So far, you're sure of the company you're buying for, and you're sure of the land, because these two that I mentioned that is 1.2 thereabout, they don't have title yet. So either one you're buying, you are making sense. Now, what I'm saying is, if you have not yet bought into any of this, own a property here, or if you have the opportunity to buy more, I am here advising you to buy more or invest today. Because you see, by the time they are done with that road, by the time they're done with these projects, Shebi Ituno is selling at 16 million all inclusive. You start be hearing 25 million. I remember I made a comment in passing to one of my clients. He was like, goodness, don't let it happen. I say, see, I won't be shocked if a place like Grasslands Organite at the end of 2022 is selling for 17 million, 20 million naira. I will not be shocked. I won't be shocked if he's selling for 20 million naira. I won't. And he's like, towards Ekpe. I'm like, yes. So if Ituno is coming into the market for 16 million naira inclusive, 16 to 20, what's the difference? Okay. Are we not getting there? Amen Estate free, so that we sell it at 10.5. That's just for the land, not all inclusive. So, I mean, you can see this, pinpoint this, and see what I'm saying, right? So, in essence, in closing this, wrapping up this video, this talk is to encourage you to invest in Ibeju-Lekki Ekpe corridor. Now, if you're going to invest in Ibeju-Lekki, I don't have a lot of properties right now in Ibeju-Lekki because I don't even support that. You see me supporting you to buy some freehold land in Ekpe. Yes, you see Ibeju-Lekki is a no, and no. I've always made my stand. People know. People call me Madam No Title. So for Ekpe, you want to buy maybe into I think Trade Organic can still release maybe 2-3 plots. Perfection is there, C of O, in the range of 10 million, 16 million. You can still do all of that. Okay, I've seen some property in Ibeju-Lekki that some people say it's some companies both companies and some consultants say they have titles like Excision, Gazette, but I've not gone close to it. Why? Because I am yet to conclude my findings. I am yet to conclude my findings. I might even joke around some other places. You see that Ibeju-Lekki, I do not in any way joke around it, okay? Even when I tell you that the Lekki Ekpe Expressway, there's a property selling for government, is the government allocated land, so, by the way. I have to be sure that it's a government allocated land before I bring it to you people. Because I know how it works with government allocated. And I have some history. There are some people you will call it also that will tell you that these areas are where NTDA they are allocated. You will know. Some allocations are even resettlement allocation. We all know some of these things. I know rather. some of these things. But then do not tell me that the land in Ibejuleki has excision and gazette. I have to be thorough when it comes to that. So I know that a lot of people are still looking for the opportunity to own something in that corridor, and I'm advising you actually to own something in that corridor. So because of that, I'm still trying to do my findings. I'm taking my time here, but when I'm done, I will bring it to you guys when I am done, and I am sure. Because once beaten, twice beaten is trillion times shy. It's not 3 times shy. It's trillion times shy. In that event, like now. I really told you to pay your money. So don't forget. I encourage you. I've posted it to the residents. Congratulations to those who have bought for me already. Thank you. I feel so honored. And for those who are still making inquiries, you're still taking your time, it's cool. People that I know, people told me, oh, I'm looking for my deposit and all of that. So yeah, don't forget to get it ready before they increase the price. Because you guys know me, I like it when you buy property at pre-launch. I mean, look at people who bought Treasure Garden from me then. They bought it at 6.5 million. When I came, I was carrying back. Come on, buy it, buy it, shop. People bought 2 plots, 4 plots, people bought 6 plots. And today is 10 million naira. I mean, in less than how many weeks? In 2 months there, it's 10 million naira. So yeah, I'm always happy when that happens. I mean, like go from where I'm shouting, hey, 5 million naira, oh yeah, buy it, 7.5, buy it. Today is 10 million. You see, your money is working for you. I'm happy when your money is working for you. I mean, that's the big deal. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching this today's show. Thank you. I hope the conversation is interesting. Most importantly, I hope it's impactful to you. I hope you have learned 1 or 2 things that I've talked about today. I hope I've been able to add small, just a pinch of value to you. Please let me know in the comment section which property are you buying next. Are you buying into Itono? Do you want into Morganite? Do you want to buy more into Morganite? Do you want to buy into Apple Chestnut, Lagoon Front, Prime View? Because I also know that all fingers are not equal. All fingers are not equal. Is it equal now? Is it now? All fingers are not equal. So some people can afford to buy Itono at 16 million, Lagoon Front at 10 million, Apple Chestnut at 9 million, Morganite at 12.5, but some people cannot. So that's why we say, okay, let's give the option of Prime View for 1.2, what's it called for 1.2 as well, Excel Garden for 1.2 million naira. So I mean it's fair. So you can buy more plots in those ones. All right, thank you. There are other places, of course, for sale, but for the case of this conversation, this is where I will keep a cap on it. But if you see any other property, just in case you have seen and you want me to look into it, you want to buy into it, people do that a lot. I know some houses that I saw recently, people, I wasn't talking about it like what I know about it. I mean, I can't talk about every property in the market. I can't. You guys see the rate that I do videos, and I try to do update videos as well on even the past properties. So a lot of the times I can't. So I appreciate those who trust me, who have taken me as their router. So anytime they see anything just flat through them on the internet, you just call me and say, hey, madam, what's up with this? Goodness, what's up with this? Find out about it. Is it good to go? I've seen several houses that have come back to say it's not good to go. It's like, you know what? You say it's not good to go. That's it. Thank you. See, let me say this before I go. I do not know why, but I feel so loved by those acts. I mean, this small me will just advise, and you people will say, goodness, if you say so, it's fine. Thank you. I appreciate you. Because I've also seen some people in the time past, when I will advise, they will think I have selfish interests. Maybe it's not because maybe I don't like the company. There's no company that hates. But the facts are the facts. I mean, the facts are the facts. And then they'll go back and buy it, and I've seen them come and say, some will cannot come back to me, but when it plays out, unfortunately badly, they will now be like, so thank you. I appreciate everyone. Honestly, I appreciate. I might not be saying it so as much as I should, but I don't say this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who buys from me, who patronize me, who trusts me professionally. I mean, when I give my professional stand, I even have I have now have sisters, plenty sisters in the house who say, can you invest in it? They'll say, goodness, this property, can you put your money on it? I'm like, yes now. It's okay. They want to survey. You know, thank you. It takes a lot to do that. And it means about the whole world to me. I mean, I love what I do. And why I love what I do is because of you guys. The trust in me. I now have so many beautiful people in my life. So many awesome people in my life. Amazing people! What are you talking about? I gotta shout about it. Honestly, you know yourselves, all of you that are watching me, you're super amazing people. I know, I'm blessed. See me blushing. Yes, because I know amazing people show this channel. My clients are, I say it all the time, and some of the MDs wonder, what do you mean? I'm like, yes, my clients are the most amazing people in the world. So yeah, if you don't have amazing clients, sorry to you, but me, I got amazing, super amazing, smart, intelligent. Hey, you know, some of my clients will spoon me like this. I will learn something. I'm like, I know intelligent people. So, you know, when I go about in Lagos and carry my shoulder, people wonder why. It's because of you people. Okay, so let me be serious now. Thank you. You guys get the message, right? Thank you. I love you all. Thank you so much for the love. Keep it coming. Please refer me as usual. And then don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel just in case this is your very first time. Or even if you're watching and you're not yet subscribed, please do so. Honor me, subscribe, show me some love, and I say thank you to you. So I'll see you guys in the next episode or in my next video, or when you just give me a call, because actually you need to stop watching this video now and call me, and I need to go as well. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, like I said earlier. But right now I really have to go. So I say, double and cheers.